What's up, ladies and gents? XcalPlays here, bringing you some more information about the whole giant YouTube gaming shitstorm that is going on right now. We have several new developments as well, and I will try my very best to explain what is going on as well as offer some insight of my own. So, first things first, we actually have a statement from YouTube now that they have released, and that statement is: recently enabled Content ID scanning on channels identified as affiliates of multi-channel networks has resulted in new copyright claims for some users based on policies set by relevant content owners. Remember that phrase, very important, relevant content owners. As ever, channel owners can easily dispute Content ID claims if they believe those claims are invalid. So, why is that phrase so important? Because major publishers have come out and said they don't know what's going on. And these major publishers, these are not no-name companies. These are big, recognizable names. Blizzard, Ubisoft, Capcom, Deep Silver. Well, you may not have heard of Deep Silver. They have now taken over the defunct THQ. THQ, known for Saints Row, for instance, especially if you are a follower of me. Saints Row, incredibly fun. Adventures of Afro Smurf, and we can't forget his partner in crime. The monstrosities that Waldo Dude has managed to... I couldn't even put a name to that. So, thank you, Deep Silver, for keeping that train rolling. And your support in all of this is greatly, greatly appreciated. Not only by me, but by the fans as well. Thank you. So, anyway, moving on. Blizzard, Diablo, StarCraft, Warcraft. That's... Even if you have never played a game before, chances are you've heard of one of those games. Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Capcom. Capcom has been around for decades. Street Fighter, Resident Evil, Devil May Cry, Mega Man, Street Fighter. Everyone knows how to do a Hadouken. Quarter circle forward punch, Hadouken. It's etched in our lives, in our culture, to know how to do a Hadouken. It's just so recognizable. So when you've got companies like these issuing statements like this is directly from Blizzard's Twitters via the Diablo Twitter or their StarCraft Twitter, if you're a YouTuber and are receiving content matches with the new changes, please be sure to contest them so we can quickly approve them. From Capcom, please let us know if you've had videos flagged today. These may be illegitimate flags, not instigated by us. We are investigating. From Ubisoft, if you happen to be hit with claims on any of your Ubisoft content, it may be that some of the audio is being auto-matched, remember that phrase, auto-matched, against the music catalog on our digital stores. It might show up as being claimed by our distributor, Idle. In such cases, please take the following steps and we can get it cleared for you, yada yada yada. And a twit longer from Deep Silver. Deep Silver has no intention of preventing players who like to create gaming content on YouTube using our games from doing so, nor do we seek to block any videos of the kind. It includes Let's Play, walkthrough, review, or other edited or commentated videos that are monetized by a player. Now, also before I get into that, Ubisoft has also released a policy on YouTube videos where you are free to monetize your videos via the YouTube Partner Program and similar programs on other video sharing sites, as long as you follow some guidelines. But these guidelines are pretty much standard across any video you post anywhere. Things such as don't take the assets from their games and distribute them separately. You can't take a mission from Assassin's Creed and then sell it as a guide to someone directly. Stuff like that. Do not charge users to view or access your viewers. No pay-per-view stuff. And of course, the ever obvious, don't play Kanye in the background without getting permission from Kanye to do so first. Ubisoft can't protect you from that. Chances are Kanye's not going to give you permission to do that. So, pretty much common sense stuff. As long as you follow some guidelines, you're good to go. Blizzard and Capcom, however, I've looked around, and they are not as clear as Ubisoft and Deep Silver have been. I would say it would be a safe bet to say that they're probably cool with it because, the fighting game community, cannot forget them. EVO, those streams are always a very huge thing. The replays, always heavily watched. I mean, Daigo versus Justin Wong. Need I say more? What else? Blizzard, can't forget Blizzard. StarCraft tournaments, very, very huge. Plus Hearthstone and Diablo, as well as World of Warcraft, are both very popular streaming games, so I think it's safe to say Capcom and Blizzard, they may not directly state it, but I think it's a safe bet with them. They're okay with it. So, why is this happening in the first place? Why are these publishers having the confusion? Because the system in place right now, as it is heavily automated and requires practically next to no human input other than someone actually inputting said content, whether it be audio or visual in the computer, and then the computer goes by whatever parameters that Google has set in place, and then it just goes to town. And this is pretty much the result of what you see right here. There are some exceptions. Thank you, Ella Movies. So you may have remembered or seen in the Ubisoft policy where idle, one of the things, that's one of the big things here. This is where they get you mostly, is with the music and cutscenes that goes on in the background of these games. As far as I can tell, idle is, the companies will go to idle. They take care of the distribution of the music for sale via Amazon or iTunes or whatever. So that's what that is. And I think we can all agree that some level of automation is needed because YouTube is a huge site. Untold amounts of content gets uploaded every single minute to the website, and there's no way, even if you've got a team of like 100,000 people on this, there is no way to catch everything. So some level of automation is needed, but the problem is there is no way to differentiate from someone who is just straight ripping the soundtrack and uploading it on YouTube from someone like me who has done a Let's Play series and commentated over it, all that sort of fun stuff, which, by the way, abides by the policy that is now set in place, or now stated by Ubisoft. So there's no way to differentiate from Jimmy Quickscope's 52500 from what I'm doing, even though what he's doing is wrong, just straight ripping off. They do deserve to generate revenue from that. But on top of that, we also have a heavy amount of abuse as well from companies who, unless I'm sorely mistaken, have no right to do what they're doing whatsoever. I mean, I have Diablo 3 videos that have been claimed by XcalPlays. And this goes on. This Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, Saints Row from the post game. Who the hell is the post game? Deep Silver said it's okay, so this is obviously fraudulent. We got THQ. THQ doesn't even exist anymore. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, XcalPlays. Man, XcalPlays has their fingers in a lot of cookie jars, I can tell you that. BioShock Playthrough Part 1. Saints Row. Wait, sorry. I got a lot of videos claimed, so sorry for any repeats. The post game. Gong Network. Who the hell is Gong, and what the hell do they have to do with God of War 3? I looked up Gong. This is what came up. The greatest esport event in the world available on Gong Vision. What? How does that make any sense? So, yo, you're telling me if I don't create the greatest esport event of all time in Zeus's beard, I'll die. Jason Statham is Gong. Yeah, I don't think it quite went like that. And then I looked up XcalPlays. I think I may have covered this briefly, or maybe it was some other bullshit network. What is XcalPlays? XcalPlays is a multi-channel network for YouTube channels. A multi-channel network, usually called an MCN, is a group of YouTube channels that has joined forces in order to reap the benefits of being part of a larger community. What? That doesn't sound like it has anything to do with games. Let's look for games. No. Okay, what about the games? Diablo? No. BioShock? Nope. Modern didn't even get to modern. Or this is so absolutely bizarre. I mean, I don't even know if this is legit. XcalPlays headquarters are located in Santa Monica, California. What, you couldn't take a picture of your building? Or is your office inside the Ferris wheel? Is that how you do business? I mean, this picture could be from anywhere. I mean, these could be just random pictures pulled off of Google with a whole lot of bullshit typed out next to it. And this is the best part right here. YouTube certified. What, you're YouTube certified to make money off of Blizzard content? I don't think so. Remember, relevant content owners. And we can take this even a step further. Blizzard Games XcalPlays. What do you know? Not a damn thing pops up. So, just incredible amounts of abuse can happen with a system as heavily automated as this. And this is actually pretty interesting here too, if I can get this to play. Sorry, it takes a while to load. There's nothing I can do with that. Okay, come on, YouTube. Come on. Not that hard. technical difficulties. I apologize. Maybe I should just do... Oh wait, they're called reptilian cloth pants, never mind.
Got your hopes up.
See, as you can see, this is actual gameplay, which is hard to match in the Content ID system, because the best way, if you're trying to use this legitimately, is you would do something static, like cutscenes or music. Those never change. So if you, Konami, you put in a cutscene from Metal Gear Solid 4, that's how most people would go about doing that. But to see this is actual gameplay content, and gameplay content differs from person to person. There is no one gameplay experience that is going to be identical. It's just not going to happen. I mean, look at my 2 Last of Us playthroughs, for instance. My first blind playthrough, my crushing of Survivor Plus. If it was not for the commentary, you would not have known that it was played by the same player had I not told you so. So to see this, I think they actually ripped my gameplay footage and put it into the Content ID machine. This is bullshit. And it just goes to show that, I mean, look. If you're a YouTuber and are receiving content matches with the new changes, please be sure to contest them. This is the relevant content owner of Diablo 3. And they have to issue a statement like that over Twitter? It's absolutely ridiculous. But we need some form of automation because, like I said, there's so much content, but you can't put common sense on a computer. Errors like this will happen, abuse like this will happen, and honestly, I'm not even really sure YouTube gives a damn because they've always been very, very cold towards the gaming community as a whole. Because even with this statement that Ubisoft and Deep Silver have released, I'm not sure in January when the much more stricter way to upload monetized gaming content goes through. Even if you show them this, I can guarantee you that people will still get denied because what YouTube I think they want is something a little bit more specific, something more legal sounding, like, we, Ubisoft, hereby grants XcalPlays permission to post and monetize a playthrough, let's play, whatever, of Assassin's Creed. I mean, I have read stories where people posting Minecraft videos. I mean, Mojang, as far as I know, I think that's the guy who creates Minecraft. He doesn't care if you post and monetize videos of Minecraft on YouTube, and people will find that statement, they will upload the videos, and they will still get denied. So, I don't know if it's a lack of resources or maybe they just don't give a shit. It's just, if things stay the way they are now, it's not going to work out. But to see publishers like this come out and say they will offer our support and to say, something is iffy, something is definitely not right, we didn't do this, there is that light at the end of the tunnel. So, a couple months from now, maybe we'll still be able to do this, but as to whether or not we will reach that light is yet to be seen. It's shaky. If we can get there, we're okay because these big publishers, they're cool with it. We can't forget about the huge library of indie games that are out there too. Indie games love the publicity that YouTubers may provide them. So if we can get there, I think we'll be okay. But getting there is the hard part. Right now, the system in place, it isn't working. We can't forget our wonderful, wonderful Russian network, Elo Movies, who apparently has a hand in God of War 2, which I'm pretty sure is actually Sony Computer Entertainment of America and Santa Monica Studios, but what do I know, right? Tell me this system isn't abused. Crazy. But I think if you ask me what needs to happen is a proper system needs to be implemented so that Ubisoft and content creators who want to play their games and monetize them is put in place. Something like maybe you would put in a form through the proper channels. Ubisoft will look it over. They'll look over your channel and say, yeah, this guy will do what we want. He'll abide by our guidelines, so we're cool with it. And then the content from there on out on that channel, Assassin's Creed related, is whitelisted from the assholes who just straight rip the soundtrack and upload it so that Idle can get their claim, do the revenue sharing, so whatever. That's something like that needs to be put in place, but I'm not sure YouTube/Google is a whole lot interested in doing something like that. So maybe what needs to happen is maybe the publishers and content creators and anyone else who has a vested interest in the gaming community on YouTube, the band together, maybe make a website like YouTube, but just straight for games, where we can talk directly with the publishers, see what they're cool with, and then we can go from there. Because as it is now, like, none of these publishers are staffed to, they don't have like a director of YouTube operations where someone like me can go up to and say, like, hey, are you cool with me posting your game? It's like, no, I would have to go to the same support channels where people, they can't even get the game to play would go. So it's just not, there is no proper system in place. And there is money to be made here for people who want to make it, whether you're for this or against this. There is money to be made. Unfortunately, I don't have the resources to make that happen. I don't even know someone who knows someone who knows someone. So, I mean, I can yell, and you guys can yell with me, but unfortunately, I don't have the reach, so it's unlikely that someone would hear us yell. But the way I see it, if there's money to be made, someone is going to want to be there to make that money. And with statements like this from Ubisoft, statements like this from Deep Silver, statements from indie producers, this is a very, very realistic possibility. So how we go from here is really all up to the publishers. We can band together and make something happen. Fantastic. But if we stay the course, stay with Google and YouTube, given their stance in the past, how they've acted towards gamers over these years, it's just, I don't think they give a shit. So there you go, all updated and stuff. That's pretty much all I have to add to it right now. I will try to keep you guys updated as possible. So things, there are some good signs, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but if we can reach that light, nobody knows now. Pretty much it. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, peace out.